So good evening. Hi all. So can we start RCP discussion? So CA Inter Auditor RCP for the upcoming May 25 exams. Eda, are you all ready? If ready, let me know. Let's start. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And guys, it's good if you can do the RTP, MTP for last few attempts. To be frank, exactly May 24, September 24, Jan 25, as well as our attempt May 25. Okay, so already we have discussed RTP and MTP of last attempts. I had shared you the YouTube playlist. Do you remember? It's there in the group. If not, you can search my YouTube, you will get it, or you can WhatsApp me. Now, guys, once you do this RTP now, once humble advice is there, ask me, no, ask me what advice. Guys, ask, put a question mark. Don't spend your time again in solving the RTP of May 25, which we have already done in the session. Now, if you feel some question is difficult, let us say I'm not going to rush and finish off in half an hour or so. I will be discussing the relevant provision, so it will be a recap. Now, if you feel, okay, question number 3 is tough or question number 1 is tough, mark that 1 and 3 question which you feel tough and redo that tough questions alone. I'm not saying, ma'am, can you mark for us? No, because for Shiva, one question may be difficult. For Amal, another question may be difficult. Did you hear what I said? So when we discuss, just mark those questions you feel you are making mistake or you feel it is difficult for you and redo that. Other questions already done, no need. If understood, can you put a reply? Yes. Okay. So what about the others? Yes. So guys, let's start. Okay. So yes, it is our ICI's RTP for the May 25 attempt. So first question. Let's discuss and go. Let's discuss. Okay, you can reply. Whatever you feel, you can reply. I'm here to correct if wrong. So case scenario 1. As you know, 30 marks MCQ and 70 marks descriptive. 30, mostly it will be integrated MCQ or it can be individual MCQ. This is one of the integrated MCQ. For the exam, it's better that, I think we have said, it's better if you can start. Someone reply, I've asked you to go to questions first and read back for the exam. Right now, we are going to discuss some provisions in auditing. You guys have joined, we can revise also. So for that revision purpose, I'm starting to read the question. Are we clear? For the exam, to save time, you can go directly to the question first and then read back. Right now, since I want to discuss, I'm reading the question so that some standards or some topics we can revise. Is that okay? Okay. 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 And I'll put reply chat to everyone, okay, so that we can see. Aditya and Co. LLP are the auditors of Benuka Furniture Limited, a company engaged in manufacturing of wide furniture, furnitures that suits various office place, homes, etc. The audit team, engagement team, is headed by CA Aditya, being the engagement partner, who is further assisted by 2 articles named Rohit and Mudit. Before starting the audit, Aditya briefed the team about the client's business, various procedures he can perform, and the standards on auditing that team needs to be complied. But can you say which essay comes to your mind? Before starting the audit, you have to understand the client's business. Which standard will come to your mind when you hear about the client's business? Understanding the entity, environment, it is mandatory so that you can identify and assess risk. Is it essay 200? No. 200 is objective. Why all are saying 300? 300 is understanding of the client, of his integrity. Very good. It is essay 315. What are you recap 315? No. Identifying the entity and its environment, including business. Which procedure we will perform? We will perform risk assessment procedure, RAP, and through RAP, risk assessment procedure, what will you identify? Risk of material misstatement. Once risk is identified, those who have our class notes, please check out essay 315 last part. Risk identified, document. It should be discussed with the engagement team. Can you acknowledge whether you understood or saw in our notes or saw in the material something? Can you acknowledge? So 300 is planning. Here you are saying about client's business understanding. So it's 315. Can I proceed? And the various procedures. While such discussions were going on, Mudit showed no inclination towards understanding the business. But who is this person, Mudit? He is the engagement team. He is not interested in understanding the business. He was of view that member of the team needs to obtain understanding about audit procedures only and not about client's business. Can you say whether Mudit contention is valid or invalid? Answer is, of course, it is invalid, which, and now see, same thing can be asked as a descriptive question. But whenever you read or study a question, you have to think, what if it is a descriptive or what if it is an MCQ? Same question, if it is asked as a descriptive, this para and comment, you will write provisions of essay 315. Why? Even risk identified business should be communicated with the team. Mudit is the engagement team. Our engagement team dane. They are articles alle. First para, okay. Can you say proceed? Quick. Proceed. Put P, proceed. Rohit was asked by CA Aditya to verify trade receivables, loans and advances of the company amounting to 20 crores and 20 lakh respectively. Okay. Rohit asked the concerned official of the company to provide him with the aging of trade receivables. But you have heard in chapter number, items in FS, chapter number 5, trade receivables aging analysis will be done. What assertion you will state with aging analysis of receivables? Anyone? Chapter number 5. Debtors less than 6 months, debtors more than 6 months. If it is less than 6 months, less provision. More than 6 months, more provision. Debtors less provision will be the final amount. Amount. No one? Now, which assertion? Come on. Which assertion? Not cut off. Very good. It is valuation. Amount is called as valuation. Okay. Shiva, understood? Rohit decided to send confirmation request to debtors, having the balances exceeding 5 lakh. He decided to request to the third party to request whether or not balances are agreeing positively. The external confirmation, essay 500. How many types of confirmations are there? 2 types, right? It can be either positive, negative. Positively, the confirming party, third party will reply. When he is supposed to reply, whether or not balances are agreeing or disagreeing. Negatively, he will reply only if balances are, keep replying guys, only if balances are when disagreeing. Here, they have sent which confirmation? Very good. Which confirmation they have sent? They have sent positive, no? Okay. Now, last. Also, while verifying the balance of loans and advances, Rohit selected the sample without following a structured approach Though he made sure there's a avoiding the conscious biases of predictability. He also made that individual balance given had chance. And a sampling, essay. Sampling, essay. Which essay sampling? 530. But a sampling, there are two approaches. Statistical, non-statistical. In non-statistical, there are five. Broadly, there are five methods. What? Random, systematic, haphazard, monetary. I left off one. Can you say which one? Very good, block. Now here they are saying without following any structured approach, here and there, which method is there? No, those who have the class notes, please take and see, then you reply. Unstructured method means it is, others you are right, it is haphazard. Those who have notes, can you acknowledge? Yes, we have written specifically near haphazard, it's an unstructured method, no? Okay. Now here it is haphazard method. Now, while checking the fixed asset, Mudit asked the concerned employee to provide him with the various documents relating to all the fixed asset. He asked for the title deeds. Title deeds with respect to the building owned by the company. While asking the document, the Mudit was of the view that member of the team, he can force the employee to provide the document. But when you hear about title deed, two things should come to mind in auditing. Please think, no. Wherever you go, I am there. Where? Caroil, fixed asset, immovable assets, etc. Title deed you should see. Which clause of Caro? 1 to 21 clauses of which clause? Very good, clause 1. Very good. Then, why are you verifying title deed? For which assertion? Can you say which assertion? Very good. Rights and obligation. Were you waiting for me to ask? Very good. It's rights and obligation. So if we see the title deed, it belongs to the company, you will understand. Okay. Okay. Further, in respect to the inventory, Mudit performed the audit procedure to verify that inventory as at the year does not include element of inventory in the next year. Meaning, only inventory of current year is recorded, not of the next year. Which assertion is he trying to do here? It belongs to the current year, not of next year. Very good, it is cut off. Wait. I can easily do RTP discussion in 1 hour or half an hour just to read question, just to say answer and go. First option. Second option, like this, revise some topic and go. Option 2. Which one you feel it is better for you guys? Option 2, no. For that option 2, all are saying option 2. Very good, we'll discuss. But for that, you guys have to reply well. No need to type full in the chat box. If it is rights and obligation, just put R and O. I will understand. Is that clear? Don't sit and type full. So now, guys, since we have interpreted this much, now the question will be like a piece of cake. Can we start? Reply, okay? Whether the view of Mudit regarding the understanding of the business is correct. We have already said view of Mudit is not valid. As per 315, he has to obtain an understanding. So can you say which is the correct option? I will give you 10 seconds, only 10 seconds. View of Mudit is correct. View of Mudit is not correct. Partially correct, not correct. Now, what partial, what correct? Either B or D. Which is better? While conducting the understanding of business and environment is very important. Option B. Option C. Such information forms crucial part of audit report. See guys, audit report, how many contents are there? How many elements are there? SA 700 audit report. Okay, 13 plus 1, 14 contents are there. In that, do we say about the client's business understanding? No. Title, addressee, opinion, basis, like that. So answer is, it's not content of report, but to understand the entity. 315. So the answer is B. B for boy. 2. What kind of confirmation Rohit decided to send to the debtors with respect to balance of trade receivables? This we have already discussed, no? He wanted to get it positive. So answer is positive. Now wait, negative is said. We will reply only if it is disagreed. What is this exception meaning? Can you say what is this exception in auditing? Exception auditing means difference. Very good. Now, written representation, essay. Written representation, essay. Auditor will ask the management. 550 is related party, essay 580. So here they are asking from the third party. So it is not written representation. That's from management. Exception means difference. They are saying in the case specifically. So it's not negative. So answer is positive. B for boy. Can we go to 3? Which sample selection method has been selected in the case by Rohit? So we said haphazard. Now wait, what is this interval sampling? SA 530, let's recap. Interval sampling means you are selecting over a systematic basis, like 10, 20, 30, 40, periodical, exactly. Block means you're selecting a dash item. Can you say the keyword? You're selecting block, continuous or contiguous item. Similar item, contiguous item, block. Monetary means you're selecting with, I want only sample about 10 lakh. Value, value, value. Here they said very specifically unstructured method, but not biased. That's called as haphazard. Next. While verifying the inventory of a company, client company, the assertion what he wants to verify. Did we discuss this? Inventory, inventory, what he wants to verify? He wants to verify the cutoff. See, cutoff means current year's record in the current year. It does not belong to next year's. That is cutoff. Valuation means amount. Presentation and disclosure means whether it is classified and shown as per Schedule 3, AFRF. Rights and obligation means whether the client has the right to use asset, obligation to pay liability. Here they have said very specifically in the financial year and next, not of next financial year, so cut off. Last question, makkale, chello, last question. With respect to fixed asset, which assertion he wants to check? Did we discuss this? Fixed asset title deed he wants to verify. Where is that? Title deeds is for rights and obligation. So answer is C. Again, valuation. How do you check fixed assets valuation? Can you say? How do you check fixed assets valuation? Whether proper depreciation has been charged? Now, how do you check presentation and disclosure? Whether it is disclosed as per Schedule 3? How will you check the existence of fixed asset? By, if it is in third party, custody fixed asset, obtain confirmation or physical verification. Here it is clearly title deed you are verifying. So it is rights and obligation. Yeah, you are checking ownership. Hello, can you acknowledge? Now 1 minute rest. Is it okay? Hi guys, what news? All good? Sharp 1 minute, we'll go, okay? We'll go to the next question. Hi, how's life? All good? Even if it is good or bad, say good only, guys. Positivity. Come on. Smile. Chirikada, siringada. Smile. I asked you one smile only, no? Very good. But I'm keeping the basic explanation in English. Why? For exam, it's English only. Then if you have some doubts, I'll reply in Malayalam or Tamil, which I know. Ha ha ha. Okay, why, Gayatri, you didn't get the smiley? Yes, yes. I will keep my YouTube videos only for English. You know why? YouTube is revision. Revision should be in English because your exam is in English. So guys, can I go to the next question? Okay. Now it's general MCQ. Case study is over. And if some question like this is asked, it should be 10 marks. 5 questions, 2 marks each. Now, CA Rocky is recently qualified CA. He is appointed as the auditor of Sky Limited for current financial year. CA Rocky is of the view that he shall record all matters relating to audit, audit procedures performed, audit evidence obtained, and conclusions reached. This sentence, when you hear, one essay should come to your mind. Can you say which? Record of audit procedure, audit evidence, audit conclusions. Very good. It is essay 230, audit documentation. 230, 260 is TCWG. Thus, he maintained a file that recorded each and every findings during the audit. This audit file also includes program notes, etc. Now, what they want, state which of the following need not be included in the documentation. And if you remember, this question I had discussed in the class specifically. Anyone remembers? This we have discussed in the class. Which is not included in the audit documentation. All of you are saying very correctly. Answer is D. See, audit documentation includes what you did procedure, what you evidenced, what you obtained, and what you concluded, audit conclusions. Notes of preliminary thinking is not part of procedure, it's not part of evidence, nor it's part of conclusion. Therefore, it is not the part. Audit program, yes, the written procedures are part. Significant matters, you communicate with TCWG, you have to document. Letters of confirmation, 505 you will document. So answer is, as all said correctly, D. D for dog. Okay. CA Ramesh has been the auditor of XYZ Limited for the past 10 years. Over these years, he has built a personal relationship with Rajan, CEO of the company. During the audit, CA Ramesh discovers several discrepancies he feels uncomfortable to report. He also accepts the gifts on several occasions. Long-standing relationship with Rajan. Which threat is there in the above? See guys, totally how many threats are there? 5. Self-interest because of money, familiarity because of close personal relationship, sympathy, empathy. Self-review, if you do it yourself. Advocacy is when there is an advocacy is like when you promote the client, and intimidation is when they deter you. Here they say very clearly, personal, uncomfortable. Why are you, my friend? How will he think? So it is familiarity. It is not money. It is not something we do. It's not promoting. It's mainly because of, see, that too long-standing relationship. Companies Circular. Law. 139 subsection 2. Rotation is there. Why? To avoid familiarity threat. One auditor should continue not more than one term of 5 years or 2 terms of 5 years. Why? Long-standing familiarity. Last question. CA for us is an is auditing a firm's financial statements and perform detailed procedure to verify assertions. Firm is engaged in the export of goods. Sales invoice raised are converted into Indian currency as per the norms. He checks classification of expenses Ensures trade payables are genuine, compares the wages, examines the title deed, checks the accuracy for calculation of foreign currency. Which procedure he has performed to verify conversion of foreign currency? 1 pound is equal to this much. Conversion is arithmetical accuracy. So recalculation. Now wait, inspection will come only when you check the documents and records. Then observation will come when you are seeing. Reperformance will come when you are independently executing again. Are we clear? So guys, can you give me a reply? How was the MCQs? We have done with the MCQ in the RTP. Okay. So Ada, while discussing, I've taken in such a way that I felt RTP was moderate and easy. So I was discussing some provisions also. So if you feel you are finding it difficult a question, mark it and repeat that question alone. Otherwise, don't do this RTP. Do other RTP, especially RTP for May 24, RTP and MTP. May 24, it's there in the playlist I gave you. And it's there in the group, no? Group playlist, I think I've pinned in the group. May 24 RTP, MTP is there. Do that. That's little difficult. Do that, challenging. Okay. Now take rest. And after that, let's continue with the descriptive. One more thing, MTP1 and MTP2 also, as the time permits, we will do. Is that okay? Now we have progressed with 4 or 5 tasks in the mentoring. So now I'm discussing RTP. Maybe I'll say the date, April 10 or 13th, somewhere around that date, we will do the MTP1. Then after 3 more days, MTP2. So we will do everything. You don't strain yourself. You study well and then attend this. Hi, Danya. We'll do. So guys, without much delay, can we go to the chapter 1? Let me ask you, ma'am, we want to finish this very quickly. So just say the answer and go, option 1. Or you want me, like, how to present in first part, second part, to say the presentation, option 2. Can you say? But it will take little time. You know, right? It will take little time. So please bear with me for that. Shari. Start camera. Start camera. Action. So guys, let's not see the chapter name. Okay, even though you have seen, let's not see. It's not chapter 1. Go, leave it. Now read. Okay, chapter number, don't see. XYZ Limited, a manufacturing company based in India, operates multiple plants across the country, deals with complex machinery which requires specialized maintenance, valuation, expertise. XYZ appointed CA Dhruv as the auditor. During the audit, he observed that management, now pause, consistently apply the same method for inventory. But this year, without proper disclosures, they have switched to different method, which reported higher profit. Now, what they want, does this matter falls within the scope of audit? And I repeat, in classes also, I'll say, read question well. Question will have the answer. Ada, you don't know which chapter out of 11 chapters in Inter, which chapter you don't know. Now, which is the clue word here? Scope of audit. Now, all of you are saying, is it within the scope of audit? All of you are saying, answer is yes. Now, guys, for MCQ, yeah, you can bubble it. Yes, it is within the scope, but this is descriptive. 4 or 5 marks or 3 marks. 4 marks you keep. How will you present? Ada, can you say how will you present? First, Ada, can you put a heading just for clarity purpose? Not clarity, for presentation purpose. Put a heading. What heading will you put? Scope of audit. Ada, just a heading. Scope of audit. Now, how will you write? As per essay 200, if you want, you can quote. As per essay 200, audit, objective of audit is to express opinion. Just one sentence. Why? To enhance. Enhance confidence of users. Am I right? To enhance confidence of users? No. Now, don't beat around the bush. Just one sentence is enough. Don't write blah, 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 blah. Just 1 or 2 sentences. Now, scope. But a scope of audit comprises of 4 points. That is the place where you have to elaborate and write full. What will you write? Scope of audit, 4 points. Coverage of all aspects. Come on, next one, revise. After that, obtain sufficient and reliable evidence, reliable audit evidence. Then check the disclosures in financial statements, proper disclosures, and finally express the opinion. This part you have to elaborate, right? Now add, it's the responsibility of management to prepare and present, disclose the matter. Leave it there, leave it there. Can't you write this much? Here just 1 or 2 sentences, here also 1 sentence. Where is the elaboration part? Scope. Now you have written. Now you write, in the given case, there was a consistent accounting policy for inventory. Currently, it has been changed, which has to be properly disclosed. Case. Conclusion. How will you write the conclusion? Therefore, it is within the scope of audit. Did you understand, guys, how you will present? Can you reply? Yeah, a descriptive question will be mostly 4 or 5 marks, maybe at times 3 marks. So whatever it is, content is there. But the problem is, if you sit and elaborate the objective, no use, no marks for that as such. Mark is mainly for scope. Where to elaborate, you should know. How to elaborate using the keywords. Makla, if you are okay, for all the case study question, if it is a direct question, I'll ask you, okay, this is a direct question. For other question also, can I say like this? What is in the first para where you have to elaborate and conclude? If you know essay name and number, please write. If not, directly start. Okay. If you know essay name and number, please start by that. Any other concerns in this question? Question number 9 is okay. Say 10, no. India wants to know whether 9 is okay. Why Koliveri, guys? Life is a race. Keep running. 10. ETL Private Limited, a leading manufacturing company, appointed Atul. Given the complexity of company's operation, need for systematic, he wants to design an audit program to ensure accuracy of financial assertions. As a CA student, if you were assisting Atul in constructing the program, what points you will keep in mind? This is a direct question. Direct question. Instead of asking what are the points to be considered in audit program, they're giving you case, that's it. So can you say how will you start? Direct question, I will finish off quickly. Write a heading, audit program. Okay. Now you say, all of you are saying essay 300, answer is no. Srijanani, John, strategy and plan. Audit strategy and plan are essay 300 content. Audit program, it's chapter 2, okay, but it's not as per essay 300. And you remember in our class, I said this very specifically. Planning and strategy is 300. Program is a general topic. Can you acknowledge those who have heard this? And then I said specifically, don't write as per essay 300. I told you, na. Now you say. So don't write as per essay 300. One sentence you can write. Audit program. What is audit program, da? Hey, audit program means what? Nisam, you're right. Audit program means it's a series of procedures to be carried out to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Don't beat around the bush, just 1 to 2 sentences. Now they've asked you what are the points. There is no in the given case, no specific conclusion, directly write. See, when they are asking you factors, points, consideration, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Write it as 1, 2, 3, not para. Makla, you heard that? Students ask me, ma'am, point-wise or para-wise is correct? That depends upon the question. So since they have asked you points, write it as points. Okay, 1 or 2 sentences you wrote about audit program, then you write, following are the considerations in constructing audit program. Someone said, there are 7 points. There's a flow. First, what are you going to do? Scope of audit. Now, when you decide the program, it should be always written. Written in such a way that you will be able to obtain best audit evidence. Now, to do this, you should do only necessary steps. In this step, you have to cover the audit areas. And when you cover the audit areas, you have to see whether there is any possibilities of errors. And finally, you should be coordinating. So no need to write fact of the case, no need to write conclusion. Why? They have asked you directly. This I've written only keyword. When you write in a full sentence, you write. Can you acknowledge whether question 2 is question 10 is clear? After question 11, I will give you 2 minutes rest. Okay. Can you say one, and I'm asking you something openly, say frankly, okay? Yes or no, it's between us. How many of you have left automated environment? Ma'am, we can't study. We are leaving automated environment. Ma'am, where is this automated environment? In chapter 3. Chapter 3, there is an automated environment topic. Ida, I'll say something. I've asked you not to leave any topics. You know why? What if an integrated MCQ comes from automated environment? MCQ is the area where we can score marks easily. So never leave an area in my point, but you can leave one chapter. Okay, just study for MCQ. If descriptive, leave it. Farsana and Krishnapriya and others who are planning to leave or left, YouTube video is there. You have to search Revati Raja, like YouTube lo poi automated environment. It's there in the playlist also. Just see that, you'll get a sum up. Then you read the material, it will be fine. Okay. Yeah. Others all said, we have studied, ma'am. We don't bother about it. Okay, now reply to the question. It's a very specific question about a specific point in that chapter. Nikkanuma ponuma, nikkano pono. Should I wait or can I go? If po, go. Put some reply in the chat box, na. Juju. Okay. In an automated environment, general IT controls are policies and procedure relating to many applications. It includes access security as well as the program change. What are the objectives and activity to be included in access security and program change? To revise in 1 or 2 minutes, how many controls are there in automated environment? Anyone? How many controls are there in automated environment? 3. It can be general controls. Then it can be application controls, or it can be IT dependent control. Now, general control has 4 things. Program change, access security, data center, application acquisition. Now, here they have asked you, not general control. They have asked you, what are the activities or objectives of access security and program change? But in big entity, access security, biometrics, door lock. Okay. So why there is an access security? Can someone say? Ada, wait. How will you, wait. How will you present before answering me? How will you present? Put a heading. What? General control, general IT controls. Now you write. Direct question only. Okay. You write there are 3 controls: general IT controls, application, and IT dependent control. Now, following are the objectives and activities in access security. Amale, that's right. He said access security is for mainly securing from unauthorized people accessing. What are biometrics in your phone? Biometrics, no? Okay. Now what? Isn't it for data security? Tell me. Access security, isn't it for data security? To protect the data, no? Then, application security. Even computer we lock. Application, OS, operating system security, network security, physical, custody of computer, physical security. And finally, to conclude, organizations, management and handling securities. These are the points in access security. Why access security? To secure from unauthorized access. Can you acknowledge whether you understood? Those of you have not studied or left also. Idu. Manslayo Purinchacha, did you understand Samja? And one reply. Okay. Now they have asked you about program change. Can program change? Can anyone change the program? I mean the source code? No. So program change should be to meet the financial reporting requirements. There should be proper process. Who has to change? There should be a proper request. Then once changed, testing should be there, etc. Usually program changes to meet the financial reporting requirement. There's a process to change. Request should be there. You have to test whether it is proper. And don't worry, in descriptive question, there is one full question as option. Now, I'm concerned with this topic. What if they have asked, this request, process, testing the change falls under which control? 2 marks MCQ. If you have read through the chapter and you have a concept and a logic of this chapter, even without that, you can answer it as a program change. Makla, can you acknowledge? Most of you said left the automated. Fine. But at least if MCQ is asked, if you have read once or have revised once, you can go through now. So guys, take rest. We have reached till question 11. Totally, I think 20 questions are there. 9 more to go. Yeah. Hello, 1 minute. You can say anything. You can ask anything. 1 minute is your time. But I had tea, coffee. Boost, Horlicks, Complan? No. Ma'am, we will reply only auditing. We won't reply anything else. Da, why this colory? Tejaswini, can you check out my YouTube video on that? Articleship one advice is there. I think just 10 minutes or 7 minutes. I've addressed it, everything. Just check out. Still, if you have doubt, you can WhatsApp me. No, Farsana, dieta. Okay, last 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds, you have to say ready. Ready, ready, ready. Non ready. Ning ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Ready or no? If ready, put ready in 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Second is faster. 4, 5. Okay, next one. Grape Limited presented its financial statement for the financial year to its auditors for expressing an opinion. Auditor, while carrying out the audit, started comparing various items in P&L. This is a good question, more concept question. What was he doing? Comparing various items in P&L with previous year's financial years. What auditor is trying to achieve by those comparison? That's it. Comparison in auditing language, which procedure is it? Can you say? Comparison in auditing language is which procedure? Analytical procedure. Very good. So can you say, heading you put analytical procedures. Which essay is analytical procedures? Very good. As per essay 520. You can write what is analytical procedure in 1 or 2 sentences. Analytical procedure is the procedure comparison. You compare prior period, industry, management expectation, auditors expectation, etc. Okay, just 1 or 2 sentence max to identify plausible relationship. Very good, plausible relationship. 1 or 2 sentences, don't beat around the bush. 1 or 2 sentences, that's it. Now here, they are seeing P&L account with prior periods P&L account. What all auditor can do with it? In the GM enna panna mudiyum? They are not asking you, Gayatri, they're not asking you to identify which one. Is it trend or reasonableness or structural? They are not asking you. They're asking you a general question. What is he trying to achieve with it? They're asking you specifically when you see P&L. 4 things. 1, current year P&L with the prior period P&L. No. Adu prior period P&L. He can see whether there is any increase or decrease. No, Kuta, you are not. They have asked you something else. Amale alla. Makla, control yourselves, guys. I know you guys are very eager to say the answers, but can you give me 2 minutes, please? I will say, then you reply. First, current year P&L, when he compares with last year's profit and loss account, he will identify where there are increase or where there are decrease in the profit. Now, from the P&L, you can calculate various ratio, GP ratio, net profit ratio, ratios. And then with the ratios, you can find out deviation with prior period GP was this much, current period GP is only this much. Third, if there is any, so you have found out deviation. If deviation, what will you do? If there is a deviation or fluctuation, you will inquire the management for reasons, no? Okay. Now, if there is an unusual, unexplained deviations, won't you modify? Tell me. Meaning, analyze its impact on our opinion, analyze its implication. These are the 4 things which an auditor will do from seeing GP, not GP, profit and loss account. Makla, can you now reply Those people who have replied in the chat box understood, and others also. If they have asked you to identify which technique or which method, trend, reasonableness, okay. Here they are not asking you anything. What auditor will interpret from that? Always. No. It's a very general question relating to SA 520, but they're asking you specifically. Fourth point. Fourth point is there is a deviation, profit or loss of from current to last year deviation. Whenever deviation, Amale, class note no last point, you will inquire the management, obtain their response. If their response is like explanation is unexplained or unusual deviation is there, you may modify. So you will analyze its impact on your audit report. Karan, no. Amal, did you understand now? And I do a favor. Most of you went wrong in question 12 as well as 11. Can you mark that and redo that sometime? Not today, after a week. Mark Mark pannungada. Did you do? Okay. If done, say 13, no? 11 over 12 over 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. What's 13? Here. CA Tripti is in the midst of conducting audit of a company engaged in manufacturing of bicycles in an industrial township located in the North Indian state. As a part of the activity, company procures bicycles from various small and medium enterprises. Besides, company imports the cycle component from China. Auditor noticed that company has huge trade payables reflected in the FS. Trade payables. He wants to ensure that all trade payables reflected in the FS are valued appropriately. Suggest few procedure. Ada, I'll ask you two options. Are they asking you to write how an auditor will verify trade payables? Or are they asking you specifically about trade payables something? Option 1 or option 2? See, if it is the option 1, they're asking generally, you can write auditor will obtain confirmation, auditor will say trace with the purchase invoice. It's like, how would you vouch or verify? Here, they are not asking you to vouch, verify. No. Revaluation comes for asset, no, Aldrin. Here, they're asking you how trade payables are properly valued. Valued means what amount. Here, it is very specifically, they're asking you the amount. So guys, how trade payables will be valued? What do trade payables less provision amount in the balance sheet? Now say, you can check with the invoice. Okay, then second what point? You put a heading valuation of trade payables and then start following are the procedure for checking the valuation, cross check with the invoice, then you will obtain a aging analysis. You remember I was saying this in the beginning for valuation of debtors, creditors, aging analysis. If there is any written off during the period, written off means they would have written back in P&L, whether there's any write back. If there is a write back, whether it is authorized by competent authority authorized. Now, what procedure management will follow for valuing the trade payables? You have to check. Related party is mainly disclosure, no? Here they are asked you about valuation, na? Logically think, forget everything. Balance sheet, trade payables amount, less provision, balance, no? So as you said, invoice for putting the provision aging, how much I return back, whether return back is by proper authority, what procedures management has followed. This is very specific question. Now, if the question is, how would you vouch or verify trade payables? Answer is general different. Maklai, Chelno, star it. Your answer was wrong. Repeat that. If a similar question comes, you will be able to answer. Darshan, hello. If clear, put 14. No, put 14. What makes you not say 14? Life is a race. Run, 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 run. Run towards successful. 14. Where is it? CA Pico, hi Pico, has prepared documentation of entities describing nature, timing, and extent of procedure. In documenting the nature, timing, and extent of procedure, which matter shall be recorded? He is of the view that such documentation alone meets the requirement of essay. Comment. That's a good question. Huh? So, which essay related question was it? Essay 230. Can I write audit documentation heading? How will you start? Right. As per essay 230, audit documentation includes audit procedure, audit evidence, audit conclusion. Now, those who have the class note, they can see form and content of documentation. Can you take and see? Third heading in the notes. Form and content, what all will you document? Nature, timing, and extent of procedure. Results of the procedure. Very good. Now, from that, what matter? Significant matter. Significant matter means like communication with TCWG. One second. Communication with TCWG. Who communicated, what you communicated, when communicated. This is the first sentence, first para, 1 or 2 sentences about documentation. Don't write more. This content and this content elaborate. Now, in the given case, is the contention of Pico valid or invalid? He says, nature, timing, and extent of audit procedure alone is enough, nothing else. Is it valid? Answer is, you have to document other things also. So answer is invalid. That's why here you have to elaborate. Therefore, contention. So what will you write? Don't just write invalid. Here, CA Piku has documented only nature, timing, and extent. It should include the results, significant matters like who, when, what communicated. Since he did not include, it is not as per essay. 230, contention is invalid. But a conclusion also, it should be a small para. Don't write it, therefore invalid. Can you acknowledge whether you heard? Conclusionum, it should be a para. Small, kutti para, 1 or 2 sentences. Kanmanis, can we go to 15? After 15, 2 minutes rest. After question number 15, 2 minutes rest. Okay. On reviewing the internal control over inventory, as a part of the audit of a company, auditor finds physical verification is not conducted at regular intervals. Auditor finds significant deficiencies in IC. He points out to the management as a one-liner. Physical verification is not conducted at regular intervals. Is this communication proper? How many times I've said question will have answer? Communication. Communication. Which essays will come to your mind when you hear about communication? Tell me. Two essays should come to your mind. Either it is essay 260 or 265. Here, communicating deficiency is significant in internal control. So 260 or 265 are. 260 is significant matters. So it is 265. Now 265, those who have the notes, see, last part, auditor's responsibility. But when I'm asking you to see, are you seeing? I've asked you to put flag, etc. in class so that you can easily search. നോക്കുന്നുണ്ടോടാ പാക്കറീங்களா? Thank you, John. Okay. Those who have, see, others, you can see whatever you have. So guys, in that last part, so last part, take and see, I will come. So how will you start, guys? Communication. Okay, communication of what? I see deficiencies. Now start. As per essay. Which essay did you say? 265. One or two sentence you write about IC deficiency. IC deficiency means it can be inadequate or absence. Auditor, on a timely basis, communicate with management TCWG as appropriate. Two sentence max, enough. But I asked you to take the last part. Last part, last point. Did you see? Communication should be a written communication, which includes, what all it includes, da? First, you will say description of deficiency and its potential. Its potential. Come on. Potential impact. Impact. Now, next, you will give sufficient information in that ABC. What was that? Audit is to express opinion on FS, not on IC. We have communicated only IC deficiency we identified. Maklaya, this is the elaboration part. Kanmani, this is where you have to elaborate. Did you see that point in the notes, etc.? Yes. Here, they added as a one-liner, meaning he did not communicate like this. So, valida, invalida. So, in the given case, you're right. In the given case, CA has pointed out as one-liner. Therefore, it is invalid. I've asked you to write conclusion also in a one or two sentence. Since the communication is only a one-liner and it did not include the above matters as required in essay 265, it is not proper. Right, not proper. Invalid venda. Right, not proper. Adumadi. Are we clear? Conclusion also, if possible, one or two sentence. At least one full sentence. And then you can highlight with the pen, black pen or pencil itself, essay and this invalid. Okay. Just 5 more questions to go. We are done with RTP. Let me ask you, are you following the concept which I'm discussing in the question? Give me 3 replies, yes or no. Frankly say. And all of you reply, all. 1. Are you understanding the presentation format, heading, where you have to elaborate? Okay. 3rd, are you able to catch up in the speed? Whenever I discuss RTP or MTP, come with your notes bundle, ready to search. Okay. So can you take rest for 1 minute? I have to finish off at 6:30, okay? 1.5 hours is enough. Again, I have final MTP. That's at 8 o'clock. So, April 2. Exactly 1 month for the exam. Right? Am I right? 1 month. But I'll say one thing. 1 month can do wonders. I'm saying very seriously, 1 month you can make wonders happen. Maybe it is one group, maybe it is both group. That depends upon your strategy of writing. But whatever past is past. Ma'am, March we couldn't study, we couldn't expect. Fine. But I'll say something. Plan is always subject to change. Here then we'll go. And what did I say now? You study in essay 300 is no planning is a continuous and iterative process. It may subject to change. Same way, our plan can be changed. Plan means today we thought there, but not your goal. Your goal should be always, we will be successful. Did you hear that? Yeah, don't go. Right now, I know you will be sacrificing your lot of leisure times. But trust me, guys, for the sacrifice which you are going to make and making now, you will be rewarded. But at the same time, I've told you many times, 6 hours of sleep is needed. Otherwise, this will not break. This will not work. Plus, food, be careful. Food means don't overeat. Don't eat the junk stuffs. Please, 1 month. Food has a great impact, guys. I don't know whether you know. With those words, can I proceed? Just 5 more questions. Oh, yeah, 5 questions. Can I continue? Ada, motivate me. Say, come on. Come on. Ada, come on. I say, come on. Now, next one. Question 16. As per essay 701. Ada, what is essay 701 all about? 701, guys. Key audit matter. Communicating the key audit matter. The objectives of auditor are to determine key audit matters and having formed the opinion on FS. Which factors have to be taken into account while determining the key audit matter? First question. How these key audit matters are communicated in this report? Second question. Those who have class notes, take essay 701. Look in the last part. Fourth heading, RR, reporting requirements. Did you take? Now, how will you write? Put a heading, communicating CAM. But which essay was it? You have already said. As per essay, all have gone to search. Essay 701. Just write 2 sentences or 1 sentence is even enough. CAM are those matters that are significant or most significant? Most significant in audit of current period. Okay, 1 or 2 sentences you'll write. Next, they have asked you, how will you determine CAM? Which heading? The last heading. Determining of CAM. How many matters are determined as CAM? 1. MMA, ROMMA, at a material misstatement or risk of material misstatement? Very good. Material misstatement means it will go to essay 705 modified. ROMM or significant risk as per essay 315. Second, accounting. At accounting estimates having high EU, estimation uncertainty. Essay, that essay is not there in syllabus. You have to just know 540. Effect of any event or transaction, like we used to say COVID example, on audit. And you conclude, any matters can be determined as CAM provided not prohibited by, precluded by law, no adverse consequences. That's it. No in the given case, no conclusion. You have answered directly to determining CAM. Is the question over? Makla, question over. They've asked you to, how will you report the CAM? What are they asking? Like CAM, where will you show in the audit report? They're asking. See, I've shown you the draft of CAM in the class, I guess. So how will you put CAM? You will put a separate heading. A separate heading. In that you will say, CAM are those matters in judgment that are most significant. This is not a separate opinion. Then you will describe the CAM and auditor's responses. But I've said in class, but haven't I said, once you hear this, say yes or no. Drafting of opinion para, the third content can be asked. Drafting of basis can be asked. Drafting of CAM, drafting of MU and GC, very rarely EOMP, OMP. Then drafting of audit program, which is chapter 3. Here they've asked you, like CAM, not to draft, but what are the contents when you draft? So put the heading, then say what is CAM? CAM are those matters. Then say it's not a separate opinion. Then describe the matter which is CAM and auditor's responses. Risk na, you should respond. And can you mark the second part as important and keep? I found your reply was very less for that. Can I go with question 17? Yeah, question 17. Only 4 more, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wait. Question 17. At a government audit, there is something called as, very important part. I've said in class also, don't ever leave government audit, expenditure audit. Can we revise it well? At a revision time, expenditure audit in government audit. How many points are there? Totally. Ma'am, we have not studied. We have left it 5. This Konavirida. 5. First, you should, whenever there's a government expenditure, you should check whether each expenditure meets the law, regulation, constitution. It's called as audit against rules and order. Every government expenditure should be properly authorized. Why only she is replying? Others sanction. Now for expenditure, like for provision for doubtful debts, you will make provision. That is called as audit of provision of funds. And what? Very good. Then we will check whether it is infructuous, whether it is for entire society as a whole. It's called as propriety audit. Finally, 3 E's: economy, efficiency, effectiveness. Why for performance audit? Lot of reply. Why so much fans? So, Ada, in this question, what they have asked you is, government department has allocated the following. Auditor observes following. 5 things he observes. Now, they are asking you, identify which type of audit is applicable to each case. So, either 2 options are there for presentation. 2 options are there. 1, put an expenditure, explain all these audits in 1 or 2 sentences. 1 to 2 sentences is enough. Then, in the given case, option 1, this audit, option 2, this audit, option 3, this audit, you write and conclude. Or, instead of writing this, for each option, 1 audit is there, along with that, explain. 1 line, 2 line explanation is required, okay, about that audit. No, don't just write it is a performance audit. 1 line about performance audit is necessary to check the efficiency, effectiveness, economy. Can you acknowledge whether you understood what I said now? Hello? Madam, why all of you have left government audit? Can you now identify which audit is it? Some payments were processed without approval out of the 5. Which audit is there? Without approval, they have processed. Approve ചെയ്തില്ല. Approve, they didn't do. So it is audit of sanction. I've already explained, so I'll just write. In the first case, it is audit of sanction since it is not properly approved. Next. Large-scale project was implemented, but no assessment has been made regarding the benefits achieved. The implementation is there, achievement of objective, effectiveness, efficiency. It is performance audit. Funds were utilized from an account where no budget or provision was made. That's easy. Provision of funds. Next. Certain expenditure were made without following the prescribed financial regulations. Again, a lot of fans for that. Rules and orders. There were instances of unnecessary expenditure. See, no, they have said themselves propriety audit. You remember those words, infructuous expense, use not fruitful? At least a small recap did you get of government audit, expenditure audit? And unless you reply, I won't proceed. We have reached till 17 questions, just 3 more to go, 10 to 15 minutes max. With that, we'll wind up. Till now, Yowa, Ayowa, all okay means put yo. Otherwise, put Ayo. Yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Okay. One of the beautiful chapter in auditing, eh? I don't know how many of you acknowledge that. One of the beautiful chapter in auditing is bank audit. They can ask you to calculate provisions. They can ask you to calculate drawing power. They can ask you to calculate income recognition. And that bank audit chapter is so conceptual. How many of you have not studied that chapter yet? Studied means revision will come. Study pannala. Study cheyide illa. How many of you say yeah, me? Madhi, Amal, 1 to 2 sentences about, 1 sentence even it is fine, about the respective audit. Hello, anyone left bank audit? No, everyone studied, very good. See, till now for each chapter, there was only 1 question. For bank audit alone, they have given you 2 questions. From that, what you can interpret? Maybe ICI likes bank audit more. For past trend also, we have seen bank audit questions in exam MCQ. At times they will reduce, that's there. Gayatri, if you feel like that, YouTube advanced revision is there. That you can see it put on 1.5 or 2 and see. Quickly you will finish. Advances, almost every point I've covered. Sure. Ada, can we start with 18th and 19th? Arey guys, come on, quick. While conducting the audit of a large branch of bank, CA Hema observed P&L account reflects interest income of 80 crores and other income of 5 crores. She also noticed that few borrower accounts at a branch have slipped into NPA. What procedure should be carried out to verify reversal of income? See, unlike other chapters where essay, as per essay or as per section. Bank you can't write as per. Here, what the account has become, can someone reply? What the account has become? What happened? Account has become NPA. Once NPA, whatever dash accrued has to be, reversed. What accrued? Income accrued, no. So they're asking you about reversal of income. So put a heading, reversal of income. Now start with the intro. Once account is NPA, income accrued but not received should be reversed. Now points. This will even include central government guaranteed advance. Even for central government guaranteed advance, once NPA, income should be reversed. This income will even include fee, commission, that should be also reversed. Income which is wrongly recognized in the prior period should be reversed. If there is any large balance in the income account, it should be inquired. Makla, as simple as that. Once an account becomes NPA, you should reverse. This will include even central government guaranteed advance, fee, commission, etc. Not only interest income, other income like fees, commission, etc. should be reversed. Wrongly recognized in the past in income, that should be also reversed. When there are large debits in interest account, reversal means interest account will be debited. If there is a large debit, you have to inquire, you have to ask management explanation. Can you reply whether you understood? Hello, ma'am. What is this? Everything will be NPA. Gayatri, you're right. I was just saying the basic points. The others, all okay na? Just 2 more points. Okay, Anangil, just 2 more points are questions. Can you say 19? 19, 19, 19, 19, 19, 19. Wow. Okay. Where is it? Oh. CBC Bank has multiple loans classified as non-performing asset. During the financial year, some borrowers made partial payment towards their outstanding dues. Partial. But EMI? EMI will include 2 components. What are the 2 components which is there in EMI? Principal will also come, plus interest income will also come. Partial EMI, say it is 2 lakhs, right? You have paid only 80,000 partial. If there is an agreement between bank and borrower, okay, if I pay the EMI partly, it has to be adjusted against principal. If there is an agreement between bank and borrower, in case of partial EMI, what to do? Then it will be done as per agreement. Agreement if there's an agreement, now, in absence of agreement, come on guys, in absence of agreement, there is no agreement, how will it be treated? AS, which AS will come to your mind? Income, interest, which AS? AS, accounting standard, accounts as per AS 9 on revenue recognition. Okay. Income should be recorded as receipt when it is received. So, first, in case of partial recovery, 80,000 you got out of 2 lakh. Will you adjust first against interest or principal? First, it will be adjusted against interest. Balance, if any, will be adjusted against principal. The one revenue recognition AS9 has to be complied. Second, it's the policy of the RBI or bank. Whenever you get a partial recovery, first, Principal, balance component, if any, against first interest. I'm sorry. First against interest, balance, if any, against the principal. Can you acknowledge whether you understood that? Last question, only one more question now. So we didn't read the remaining. Discuss regarding partial recovery. If there's an agreement, as per the agreement. If not, as per the AS9 revenue recognition, first interest, next principal. Climax. The climax. Put 20. CA Puneet is appointed as auditor of Kamala Limited for the year. Management of Kamala has requested the auditor to change terms of original engagement. Engagement. Which essay will come to your mind when you hear about terms? Our keyword the terms. Essay 210. As the company has diversified into business and products, can Puneet agree to change the terms by management? 1. Under what circumstances you can change? Now guys, presentation please. Terms of engagement. As per essay 210. Okay, just write 1 or 2 sentences. Auditor and management shall agree regarding the terms of engagement, stating the preconditions to have a common understanding. Don't beat around bush, 1 or 2 sentences. Now come to the elaboration part. Can you say circumstances when you can change? Hello? Those who have notes, take essay. No. Amale, that is recurring audit. Very good. When there are reasonable justification. Kripa, you are also saying recurring audit. No. Take the class notes. First heading left. We have written points, point number 4 or 5. Revision in terms. Did you see that? 3 cases you can, very good. 3 cases you can change. 1, changes in circumstances. Then changes in there was some kind of misunderstanding or there is any restriction or limitation, and I want everyone to acknowledge. Did you see? These 3 cases we have specifically written. Circumstances, misunderstanding, restriction. All of you were saying recurring audit, sir. They did not ask you recurring audit, they asked you changes. So here, these are the circumstances in which changes can be done. Here there is a business or product change. So meaning there's a changes in circumstance, no? So if there is a reasonable justification, Puneet can change. Makla, done. Over. Look at the time. Can you see the time? Time nokra, parangla. What's the time now? 6:30. When we said we'll stop. 6:30, no? The life those who attended the class, they might have heard this or seen me doing this timing things. Who all knows that? Just for, I'm asking. We keep time. So I always feel keeping with the time, maybe it's for the exam, maybe it's in your professional, personal life, always it is needed. So you fix a time, guys, and you try to achieve in that time. 5 minutes here and there is fine. So that's it, guys. How was RTP discussion? Can you say how was it? Hello? All good? Current discussion useful or not useful, I was asking you, nothing else. So again, we will meet for MTP1, MTP2, and in between, I will be in touch with you only. So guys, keep going. Okay. One thing, let me say, I'm getting few messages, especially since it's going to be nearing the exam time. Few messages, ma'am, we don't feel like studying. We are stressed out. Can we leave this attempt? If we register, I will say, once you have decided, let me stop this here. Once you have decided on something, whatever may be the outcome, you should not turn back and see. Did you hear that? എനിക്കിത് ചെയ്യണം എന്ന് ഡിസൈഡ് ചെയ്ത് തുനിഞ്ഞ് ഇറങ്ങിയാൽ അതിൽ നിന്ന് പിന്തിരിയരുത്. എനിക്കിത് பண்ணணும், நான் பண்ணிதான் ஆகுவேன், டிசைட் பண்ணி நீங்க இறங்கினா, don't go back. One thing. Second, don't think about the outcome. Ma'am, how the exams will be? Why? Can you change it? No. Future is not in our hands. Past is also gone. No point. But future, to make it fruitful, present you have with you. Do properly in present. Right? Last. To say no, we can't do vanda. It will take only a second. Guys, we are tough people. CA course is meant for tough people, and we are tough people. Stay on track and show that you are tough people. When the result comes, it should be nothing less than successful. With those words, thank you. Right? I don't want to take much of your time. That's why I stop with 2 to 3 minutes talks. Okay? So we'll meet again. Don't do MTP1 and MTP2. If you're comfortable with my style, we'll do it like that. Okay? So catch you for the next. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.